Hey guys, what's up and welcome back to my channel. It's been a couple weeks since I recorded, or since I have recorded. I don't know, I was just feeling really bad about myself and my body image and just the way that I felt that I looked. I wasn't happy with it. I'm working on it. I'm getting a little red right now because it makes me uncomfortable to talk about it, but I'm back. I'm here to give you guys more videos, more coffee information, and stuff like that. So yeah, I don't know, I feel hella weird now recording since I haven't recorded in a while. It's like when you're like out in public and then you run into somebody that you went to like school with and you're just kind of like, hey, what's going? Like, you know, you just feel kind of like weird. I don't know, that's how I feel. I'll get over it in like 5 seconds. Today I'm going to be showing you guys my Breville Barista Pro Express. I think that's the name of it. I'll put it here somewhere. I'm going to show you guys the whole shebang. I'm going to show you the goods, the bads, how to pull a good espresso shot, or at least I'm going to try and walk you through that a little bit, and just give you kind of a review on the machine, because it's an expensive machine and it's an investment. So I felt like when I was looking into this machine, there's not a lot of videos on people reviewing it or telling you like the goods and the bads about it. It's more just like short like videos of the machine itself, like with like a song over top of it, so you don't get a lot of information from what I've seen on YouTube, to be honest. So I'm going to be showing you guys everything to know about this machine. I'm going to show you the goods, the bads, what to look out for, what to expect from the machine, and all of that. So if you were thinking about buying this specific espresso machine, then you clicked on the right video. And yeah, with all that being said, let's get into it. Alright, I zoomed you guys in so you can actually see the machine, less of me because the video is about the machine. So first things first is I'm going to turn it on and let you hear what it sounds like. It's a little loud. I wasn't really expecting it to be this loud. That's not a big issue for me, but if like noise is a big issue for you, just listen really quick. So you turn the machine on and it does that, and it also blinks right here. You can probably see that, hopefully. You turn it on, this is going to blink for a couple minutes, right? The machine takes itself about 10 minutes to warm up. You can pull a shot before 10 minutes, but everywhere I've looked online says to wait a good 10 minutes for the machine to warm up, so that way it pulls good espresso and it's nice and hot. If you pull it right when the machine turns on, it's still going to pull a good espresso shot. It just might not be as good as its full potential, if that makes any sense. Let's go over the cost of the machine. The machine itself, I believe, is about $700. Now, with that being said, they have a machine very similar to this without the grinder built in, and it's a couple hundred cheaper. I personally wanted this machine specifically because I kind of don't have a lot of counter space, and I didn't want to have to get a whole outside grinder specifically for the machine. And yes, I'm still engaged. I'm just not wearing my engagement ring right now because I don't know why. Maybe I should go put that on. Hold on. I put my ring on because I'm not trying to give off the wrong impression. I was at work and I don't like wearing this one at work, or I promised ring at work and then I shot. It's all thing. Anyways, what was I saying? Oh, so if you just want the espresso machine itself and you want to buy a grinder on the side, you totally can, and it'll be cheaper than this machine specifically. But I honestly am glad I splurged for this one because I feel like it's more convenient for me, just like me, in my opinion, right? Okay, so let's talk about this thing right here, okay? So this is the power button. Obviously, you turn it on, it blinks for a couple minutes, and then it's pretty much ready to go. I would still give it a good 10 minutes to warm up. This is the grind amount. This is how much it's going to pour out into your tamp thing, into your portafilter. This, basically, you go up, you go down if you're going to do a single size or a double size, right? I always do a double size when it comes to the portafilter size. It's just easier. I never find myself wanting to drink a single shot of espresso, but that's just me. You can change it up to your preference. Okay. This thing's kind of dumb in my opinion. The reason being is because it is not always going to give you the same amount of espresso. When you're grinding beans from up here, let's see if I can just move this up a little bit. Okay. When you're grinding beans from up here, the beans will get stuck in the grinding, like the grinder, like chamber, whatever you call it, like chamber situation, right? And you have to tap on this to make beans go out. And when you do that, more beans can fall through the bottom right here. It's never consistent. Even though it says it's giving you this amount of beans, it's never the exact same amount of beans because beans get stuck and then they'll all come out at once. Or like it'll stop because the beans get stuck in the chamber and it's just not consistent. This isn't very consistent. I just leave it on the middle and I work with it, but don't think that because you have it on this, every time you're gonna get the same amount of espresso beans. That's not what's gonna happen at all, honestly. Now let's go to over here. Let me turn the machine a little bit. So, when you're going to calibrate your machine, which basically means trying to get all of the weight right, all of the pressure right, so that way you can pull a good shot, you have this grind size over here, right? Now, when it comes to this little situation over here, it has numbers. It goes from 1 all the way to 16, which is coarse. I always keep it on 1. Personally, it just works better that way. You get a better shot when you're pulling the beans. Now, there's also a way to adjust the grind size inside of this, the grinder, like the grinder top. What's it called? I forget what it's called. I forget what this thing's called. I'm a barista, like I should know, but I forget what it's called. Anyways, if you can't pull a good shot, you're gonna have to take this off and basically go like this and you twist this part and you pull the whole thing up and this comes off and you can adjust the actual grinder inside, like the internal grinder, which you might have to do. If you have to adjust the internal grinder, don't be like discouraged at all. It happened to me too. I don't know what it is, like the shot, the pressure just was not getting high enough for me, so I had to adjust the internal grinder. If you need to do that, I will link the video that I watched down below for you guys because I feel like he'll be a little more helpful in explaining the step-by-step process than I will be, so I will link that down below if you guys like have any questions about that. I look really white right now. I look really white right now because the ring light is in my face, but I need it to be this close so you can see the machine well. So I'm going to back this back up and bring you back into the machine. Now, this right here is your portafilter. It's a little wet because it just retains water when you put it in there, right? This is your portafilter. They have different sizes, or the machine itself comes with different sizes. It comes with a single shot and it comes with a double. I keep it in the double shot, and this is what it comes in standardly. When you get your box, it's already going to have one of these filters in there, and it's going to be the double one. So I keep it in the double, but that's up to you. If you like single shots of espresso, you can change it out for the single shot, and that's fine. So right here is your pressure gauge, right? Do you see at the beginning where it says infusion? Can you see that? I think you can kind of see it. It says pre-infusion right here, okay? It's gonna go like there. It should go up to here just a little bit, and then it should shoot into this range. When you're pulling a shot, you want it to be in this range. If it's not in this range, it's not a good shot. It's not gonna taste good. So if it's on this range, you need to calibrate your grind size, and you need to calibrate how much you're putting into your portafilter. The machine's kind of really picky when it comes to trying to calibrate it correctly. Trying to pull a really good shot can be a little tricky. I was getting frustrated when I first got the machine because I was like, you know what, this machine was really expensive and it's taking me a long time to try and get the perfect shot. But like I said, I'm going to link the video that I watched down below for you guys because that helped me out so much and it made the world of difference. So go watch that video if you get this machine. Just watch it. Trust me. The machine itself does come with a hand tamp, which looks like this, right? But the tamper isn't too heavy, so when you're tamping your shot, you're going to have to put a lot of pressure down. If you don't know how to tamp, I can show you later on in the video, but you're going to have to put a good amount of pressure when you're using this kind of tamp, like this specific tamp. It has a little spot, and it's magnetic, so that's pretty convenient. I ordered this on Amazon. I'll link it down below for you guys as well. It's really heavy. It's like a good 20 pounds. And every time after I grind all of the beans, I use this first, and it just kind of pre-tamps in a way and levels out the shot. And then I use this afterwards. Just, I don't know. It's just easier. I found that it works that way, works the best. When it comes to pulling a good shot, you're going to need to get one of these scales. Mine is a little dirty because I literally just used it earlier. But you're going to need to weigh out your beans. So you basically weigh out your portafilter and then you hit tare. Come on. You hit tare for it to go to 0. And then you put the beans in, and then you want about 17 grams is what I've learned that works the best for this machine. Is 17 grams is going to pull you a really good shot. The bottom of the machine is pretty convenient. I thought it was pretty cool because when it fills up with water, I thought this was pretty cool because this whole thing pulls out, and in the back it has a storage spot for your other size portafilters. This is one you're going to use to clean the machine. This is a single shot espresso, and then this is an extra double filter that it comes with, and then it says like tools and stuff. It's cute. And you just slide it here, and then it goes to the back, and it just sits there. This crate comes up, and then there is like little, like a filter, like it catches all the grinds. It's a grind separator. And then underneath, this thing fills up. Let's see. So that's that, and then you put it together and you put it back. Now, when this fills up, a little yellow thing pops up right here. As you can see, it holds a good amount of water before you have to change it. Here. This little thing pops up and it says, "Empty me." Isn't that so cute? I think that's really convenient. So yeah, it pops up, says "Empty me," and then you just can pull this whole thing out like this, and you can just pour it out. And you just hold on to it, and you can pour it out of these holes on the side. But anytime it says "Empty me," I usually clean the grind separator as well because it can get pretty gross down there. So the machine also has a pretty good steam wand on it right here. If you're not going to be making hot coffees, there's also another machine that literally just pulls the espresso for you. Honestly, kind of feel like I should have got that one, but this one has the grinder as well, so it's a win-win. And Chris likes hot coffee sometimes, so it works out. But on the side, up here, okay, on the side up here it says standby, and this one is the steam, and this is for hot water. So when you hit or you turn the knob right here to hot water, water comes out right here, and it pours the right amount for an Americano, which is pretty convenient. It stops by itself. It just stops by itself. And then this thing will blink in case you forget to turn the knob back, and it won't stop blinking until you turn it back to standby. Oh, it's really hot. So I felt like that was pretty cool about the machine as well. I'm trying to think of what else there is. This button right here, turn that back up. This little thing right here, it starts blinking when you need to clean the machine or descale the machine. And like if you order this machine, it has like a whole manual on like how to do whatever you need to do. So like don't be intimidated by that. And it has a pretty large water chamber in the back. Right now I need to add more water. But it has this little plastic thing, and you just push up and you can fill up the water. And then obviously always keep it above minimum, not above max type of thing. And it also has a water filter in the back, which you will also be reading about if you buy a machine. It's pretty cool. You're supposed to change it every like 2 months, I believe. Okay, switch this back. Forward. Now I'm going to pull a shot so you guys can see how the pressure gauge should look when you're pulling a good espresso shot. When you push, you're gonna hear the shower because Chris is in the shower and it's literally right here. Like you can hear it on the wall, so I'm sorry if that's annoying. But when you push this in, it starts the grind process, and I have it set to double. What I always do, and you're gonna have to see that I need to tap the beans a little bit, is I stop it, and you just stop it by pushing it back in. So you go like this to start it, and one more time to stop it. Now, I tamp the beans in the middle of the grind because I want it to be very compressed. I found that that works the best with this machine, is to really tamp the shot well. Tamp it, and then obviously you can put your little tamper back. And I'm going to set this on the scale and see what we're at. Right now we're at 12 grams, and we're aiming for 17, so I'm just going to put this back in. I'm just going to put this back in and let a little bit of beans go. So like tamp it again. Like I said, you're gonna really want to put a good amount of weight on your tamp or on your portafilter while you're tamping, because it's really gonna make or break your shot, honestly. Now, you notice that I didn't use this because I didn't want to use it and show you guys if you don't have one. But basically how it works is the beans are on the top. Before you tamp them, you put this in and you twist it, and it'll make your like whole situation here level. And like I said, this thing's pretty heavy. I will link it down below for you guys if you're interested. Now this thing right here is a literal straightening mat from like the dollar section at Target. It has like a little, it's like a heat pouch situation. Every tamping type of like rubber thing on Amazon is like $20, $25, and I just don't want to buy that. I don't think that it's necessary. This is the same material and it works just as well. So if you have a Target near you, go to the dollar section and see if they have those. I will also link this down below. It's like $3. So I mean, you really can't beat it, and it works just as well. Now when it comes to pulling a shot, you're always going to want to hit this button right here, which is your single shot, just to express any built up pressure that is in here from just like being heated, because I've had this machine on for about 20 minutes now. I've been making the video. And here we go back to the machine is a little bit loud, but you're gonna watch the pressure gauge go all the way into the gray, and that's what you want. If it's anywhere here, it's not gonna be a good shot at all. And you're just gonna watch the crema unfold beneath our eyes here. And like I said, the machine is a little bit loud, so you can definitely hear that. So as you can tell, if you pull a good shot, you can really see the crema on the coffee. If you're pulling a bad shot, the crema is not going to look great. This is what you want. Now when it comes to cleaning out your portafilter, you're going to grab it and you're going to hit the one button again, the one shot button again, and let it just rinse out all of the grinds, because it sucks up the coffee and then it pushes it back out. It's kind of just how it pulls espresso. It's the way espresso machines work, if you didn't know that. And I'm going to dump this in the trash can. If you didn't know, don't ever dump coffee grinds down your sink. It will clog your drain. Don't do it. So yeah, that is pretty much all I have to say about the machine. It's a good investment. Honestly, I don't regret making it. Another thing is you're going to want to get microfiber towels for your machine, just to dry your portafilter and just to clean up things. I found that they're the easiest to work with. They absorb the water really well, and that's just worth the investment. I will also link some down below. If you guys are interested in the ones I use, I will link them down below. Yeah, with all that being said, I think it's a really good machine. It's expensive, but in my opinion, you get your money's worth. If you go to a coffee shop and you spend at least $6 on a drink a couple times a week, this pays itself off in like a month. Honestly, it's worth it. And you get to mess around with like what kind of beans you want and how many shots of espresso you want, and like if you want a single shot or if you want a double shot, or if somebody in your house wants decaf, you can just add a little bit of beans into the, oh, it's called a hopper, into the hopper. And yeah, that's why mine isn't really full, because I like to switch out the beans a lot and try different beans. But yeah, with all that being said, I hope this video was helpful for you guys, and I hope that it gave you some insight on, if you're going to buy the machine, what to expect, some pros and some cons about the machine, and some tips that I could have definitely used when I first got the machine, because it's a little bit hard to get used to, but I don't regret buying it at all. I would definitely recommend buying it if you're thinking about it. If you think that it's way too expensive, but you really want it, just save up for it. I've wanted this machine for like over a year, and I've just been saving up for it. It took me a long time to save up for it, but I saved up for it and I have it now, and I'm pretty happy about that. And it feels really good to be able to buy myself something that I've been wanting for a long time, even though it seemed very unrealistic in the beginning because it's so expensive. Like, you can totally buy it, it's just going to take some time to get it. So yeah, with all of that being said, thank you guys so much for watching this video. Please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. Let me know down below what you guys thought about the video, if you plan on getting the machine, any questions that you guys have. And yeah, thank you guys so much. Have a good day, night, evening, whatever it is, wherever you are.